Hello, I'm Sir Guy Carlton. I'm in Quebec right now in the great forests of Canada. I was reading a book on a true story about a boy around these times living in a small town in South Carolina, where then his house at the very end of the block of his town is a ginormous house where his dad is a colonel, his mother is a maid of the house, and his three sisters live with him. Okay. The name of the book is The Keeping Room by Anna Myers. It is a fantastic book, including great action and great discoveries. At the end of this book, I put me in tears to know that this was true. The boy's father gets captured by the British when the British come to the boy's town. The British take over his house, and with a good general in charge. The main character's name is Joe. His main problem is how he's going to impact it on what's happening with the British. He, in fact, tries to steal his father's pistol, but his mom finds out and then makes him put it away. Except later on, you'll find out that he uses the pistol in situation where she didn't want to use it. My favorite character in the book, his name is Joe. He has a very hard job trying to live his life and become like his father. He writes a fake letter every morning to his father. It never gets sent, but one day he does send a real letter. He ends up finding his father in jail, chained up in a British jail. Then he finds out that he's going to a different island, which is a jail island in Australia. Joe is devastated and decides trying to shoot a British. Gets fierce with rage and ends up trying to shoot a British redcoat. The redcoat refuses and a big action scene happens. And the book starts out with his father going straight to the Americans' army. Well, as you know, they're British too, so he didn't know what to say about it. He still didn't like the redcoats. As that was happening, the British were taking over his house and his own town. They were hanging people in his own backyard, including all of his friends were being shot and murdered. A big change occurs in the book when Joe decides to not believe in what his father thinks, as he tries and teaches his sister how to read and write and gives her books, and he starts believing that the British aren't all bad. It's just that they got very bad jobs. And while he's trying to save his family, because he loves them very dearly, he even burns down his own room. They get sent to a different town, in a different place where there is no British. There is no one there. Unfortunately, they don't send Joe anywhere, because they find out he did it, and they know why. Because he wanted to get away from it. So, they put him straight in the keeping room, where they store the food and everything else, where the slaves work and live and sleep. Which then he becomes great friends with one of his father's slaves, Cato. As he meets Cato, he starts changing, wondering if people should really become slaves. He believes not. His father owned thousands of slaves, hundreds, millions, who knows. My most favorite scene occurs, and it is the most actiony scene yet, is when he gets caught in the keeping room with a pistol. This very bad general man decides almost to shoot him, banging him with the side of the bayonet in the face. As his a good British comes to save him and push the gun out of the man's hand, which he was about to shoot Joe with, then Joe accidentally murks him.